Consider farming a tedious task that demands your full attention. Your land has to be managed and your crops have to be cared for. You have to check repeatedly to see if your fruits and vegetables are developing the way they should, and you have to keep an eye out for pests. That's the reality of Norman Spence, a blind farmer who resides in Kilmarnock, a district outside Newmarket in St. Elizabeth. He has been farming for more than 3 decades, and despite having no sight, he surely makes it seem easy.
Very difficult job. Take it into consideration that I'm blind, but I, put my heart into it, and I try to exhibit the best while I'm executing this job.
Spence focuses mainly on planting cabbage, but that doesn't stop him from filling his basket with other fruits and vegetables, allowing him to provide a wider variety to his customers.
Basically, it's a variety of crops, to be truthful. The main emphasis is cabbages, because I earn most of my money out of this. But apart from cabbages, I plant cocoa, yam, dasheen, sweet potatoes, corn, and I have stepped very recently into the production of carrot as well. I just prepared the land and have it sown, so they are actually emerging from the soil, so they are pretty young. I also plant sweet pepper, but it's not on a big scale yet. I intend to develop on that and expand as the time goes on. Bananas, yes. Plantains, yeah. I plant those as well.
While he gets some help here and there, do not be mistaken. Spence is 100% in control of his farm.
Guess what? You see, from you put your mind to a thing, yeah, mind power is the greatest power. You overcome so many obstacles within moments once you put your mind to it, and that's exactly what I did. So there was not much difficulty. I prepared the land, let me make that absolutely clear. Chop up the land, as the term we use in the country here. Brush it up, bark it up, and plant. But like for the spraying, it's very difficult for me to do it because I would have to bend forward and feel the plants just to avoid crushing them. And that would put a lot of strain on the back. So I avoid that. So what I do, I acquire the service of other farmers. In this case, it's my nephew, Harris. Big up yourself, Ryan.
Yes.
He's the man who is taking care of the spraying for me right now.
After losing his sight at just 14 years old, he could have given up or pursued something much easier, something less labor-intensive. But that was never an option for Spence. Fresh out the Salvation Army School for the Blind, his desire paired with his courage sent him full speed ahead into the field.
I got a lot of encouragement. Because as I've told you, it was red peas. And normally, after preparing the land, forking it up, I would seek like 12 men to assist in terms of the digging of the peas hole, and I got a lot of support with that. But at one point, it was a bit, there was a bit of hesitancy in terms of my assistance in that area. So I said to myself, okay, fine. Once I'm not getting the kind of bucketive which I had earlier on, I'm going to give up that and get into the production of cabbage and other vegetables.
Samuel Johnson once said, "The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken." Before 9:30 each morning, Spence is already on his farm, toiling non-stop.
I normally come to my farm anywhere between 8:30 to 9:30, and believe it or not, non-stop working until 3:30 or sometimes 4. Non-stop. I just keep going. The energy is up at all times.
So you don't stop to eat, stop to rest?
No, what I normally do is I take up a heavy breakfast before leaving my yard. Sometimes I cook food, natural food, yam, dasheen, sweet potato, you name them, steam my cabbages and have a good belly full before leaving. So when I'm on my job, I normally have my water strapped to my head.
Because he's blind, many people are quick to inquire about his functionality. How do you know it's ready? How do you know it's good? are among the questions thrown at him time after time.
You see, because of doing this thing for such a long time, I know the duration the plant normally takes before it's ready to harvest. And apart from that, I would go into the field and feel them, you know, and analyze them. For instance, the cabbage, I would go in and feel them. And from they are hard enough, I, you know, navigate round and round and see how much hard one, extremely hard ones are there. And then I would decide, say, okay, fine, come next week, I can do some cutting. In terms of the potato, as I've said before, I know the amount of time that takes, and when the time comes, I don't hitch, I just go about digging. Sometimes it's a large portion, so I would get assistance in digging them, and yeah, it's good to go, good harvest.
And of course, there are setbacks. Spence has been a victim of theft countless times, leaving him heartbroken and defeated.
There were times when I plant my cabbage and when I return, a number of the suckers have been taken away. Very disappointing, but that's the reality. Get very upset, but what can I do? I just moved to get some more and replace those. But that's what happens sometimes.
There are no limits on skills. The more, the merrier. So put farming and Norman Spence aside and watch the emergence of Daylight, the prolific songwriter with melodious tunes and conscious lyrics.
The love you have inside you, even the blind could see how it's shining on your face. Your smile has changed my world new. I'd walk 1,000 miles to share blessings in your place. Angels guard you safely through the night. For your birds sing at the break of light. A song with sweet...
Circumstances have a way of controlling people, but Norman Spence is the one holding the control and playing the game.
that flows from the heart.